Thomas. Milton under center, lofts one down the field, and it is intercepted. Wanye Thomas picks him off, but a little bit too much air under that one and threw it to the right of his intended target, Ryan Flanoy. And so an easy pick for Wanye Thomas.
You got to give it up for Kalen Carson, though, on that play. Trying to stick with Ryan Flanoy, but Wanye Thomas trying to earn some starter reps. He, had to battle with Donovan Wilson, guys like Malik Hooker. But they're starting to play him in the nickel cornerback position just to kind of give maybe, Deron Bland, if they do move him inside, an opportunity to kind of catch a break. So, Wanye Thomas is certainly building some good days here in Oxnard.
Milton gives it off to Deuce Vaughn, who makes a nice move in the open field. Deuce Vaughn has had some solid reps here in Oxnard as well, as the Cowboys try to figure out what they're going to do in the running back room.
Well, what they're going to do in the running back room just depends on if you're able to do a lot of things that make you versatile, right? Can you help out in the pass game as well? Can you pick up blitzes? Can you pass protect? Haven't seen much of Deuce Vaughn in terms of that aspect, but Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams, Jaden Blue have certainly showed that early.
Milton moving back into the shotgun here. He will motion Jaden Blue out briefly. Milton looking for the quick throw, wasn't there. Now fires. That looked like it was deflected at the line of scrimmage. Kalen Carson in on the coverage as Milton was looking for Paris Campbell, but can't connect.
And James Houston getting in on that play as well, kind of getting a hand up and caused that missed throw. James Houston, they just acquired over the last couple of days, spent some time at Jackson State with the Lions on practice squad, had 8 sacks in his first season with the Lions. So definitely expect him to contribute this year as a depth piece.
Milton back in the shotgun. This time Phil Maffa lined up to his left. Looking to throw, pocket collapsing. That would have been a sack, it looks like, as Milton will tuck it and take off again. We've seen him do this a couple of times, and we've talked at length about how the next step in Joe Milton's progression is going through his reads and being decisive and throwing the football, not holding on to the ball too long. That time it looked like Perion Winfrey, who tried out for the Cowboys a few weeks ago and was able to be signed, makes the would-be sack.
I don't know about that one, though, Tommy. He kind of escaped the pocket a little bit. His mobility, I feel like, has also shown Dak that he can kind of give Dak a little bit more confidence in his mobility as well. That's why I feel like I've seen a lot more of Dak runs over the last couple of days.
Speaking of Dak Prescott, he's back out there with the first-team offense as Javonte Williams gets bottled up by Osa Odigizua there pretty early. They're looking to get back to the line of scrimmage quickly here and run some tempo. Prescott back under center. Fakes the give to Williams, now rolls out, and he'll dump it off to Jake Ferguson, who puts his foot on the ground and turns back into the middle of the field. Cowboys obviously hoping that those two can connect at the same level they did back in 2023 during Ferguson's Pro Bowl season.
Impressed on that rep from Jake Ferguson, but honestly, this is kind of a Jake Ferguson thing. I mean, lined up on the line of scrimmage to help with some extra protection, goes one-on-one with Donovan Ezeraku, the rookie, and shows him a little bit, hey, you're a rookie in this league. You better remember that, and comes out, released out on a route, catches the pass. That's the Jake Ferguson and Dak Prescott, baby.
Prescott changing things up as he prepares for the shotgun snap. Miles Sanders joining him in the backfield. Good pocket for Prescott, who delivers to Luke Schoonmaker. So back-to-back completions to the tight ends from Prescott. Defense continuing to try to punch that ball out. And they've had a turnover every single day of practice. So Matt Eberflus's goal and Brian Schottenheimer's goal, too, of being one of the best turnover-forcing defenses in football. So far, so good through the first 4 practices in training camp.
Yeah, but I certainly want to highlight Luke Schoonmaker and the way that he's moving. I asked Brian Schottenheimer about him in the last press conference. He said that he put in that extra work this offseason to get his speed up, his speed work, and so I want to make sure that we do highlight the improvement that Luke Schoonmaker has made and expect him to be a lot more involved in this offense this year.
Prescott in the shotgun. Once again has time. Fires, and it's complete. CeeDee Lamb again weaving through traffic and turning upfield. And Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb are certainly happy to be on the field once again together in Oxnard. They haven't been since 2023, as Lamb held out last year while he was working his new contract, and you can tell that they're taking advantage of these reps that they've got together after admitting that it took some time to get started and get on the same page in 2024.
Yeah, he said that he was kind of delusional about it, didn't think that it really mattered, but now, he's been here for camp back to 2023 he was here, and you're starting to see the benefit that it's having. That chemistry has been working early for those two guys.
Will Greer and the third team offense now onto the field as that first play trying to set up the screen. Greer didn't find it open, and he spikes it in front of the intended target. Haven't seen a lot of reps from Greer, which tells you that maybe the Cowboys are still, it was expected to be, a Dak Prescott backed up by Joe Milton situation, but nonetheless, pretty telling by how many reps he's got and where the quarterback situation sits now as Phil Maffa bumps around at the line of scrimmage and turns upfield.
It's a better position for the Cowboys to be in rather than not having, just two quarterbacks that can obviously get the system. I feel like, all three of these quarterbacks command the offense very well. But, going back to what you mentioned, I feel like they do kind of feel a lot more confident with a guy like Joe Milton, who's a little bit more versatile so far early through camp.
Speaking of Milton, he's back out on the field with the offense in the shotgun. Goes over the middle quickly and connects. That is a rifle from Joe Milton to Kelvin Harmon.
Kelvin had a couple of nice days in camp last year, but this wide receiver room is so crowded, Tommy. It's going to be very hard for him to get some more opportunities. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, of course, your two targets. Jalen Tolbert having some really good days. This wide receiver room is going to be very hard to decipher. One, you got to decide how many you're going to keep. Is it 5 or 6? And then go from there.
Milton back in the shotgun. He's looking our way. Fires to Trayshawn Holden, and that is incomplete. Couldn't reel it in. Bruce Harmon, the undrafted free agent out of Stephen F. Austin University, with the pass break up there. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Training Camp Live. Thanks so much for being with us. We've got the blue-white practice tomorrow. Make sure you tune in with us for that, and we'll bring you some more Training Camp Live later on next week. For Nicole Hutchison, I'm Tommy Yarsh. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.